Pygmalion Publishing presents Begrudged, a Born of Darkness novel. Written by R.B. Fields.
Chapter 1. That bitch. I feel the rage in my veins every single time I have to scrabble my way over the floor. My legs, my useless legs, squeal against the wood, one severed above the knee, one just below the hip. But killing a vampire isn't as easy as hacking off a body part and letting us bleed out. We can drag mangled tissue around forever. But I won't have to drag these stumps around much longer. Because I'm a genius. Some would argue the point, but they're just jealous. I can't blame them. I smile as I haul myself onto the old plastic crate, the stumps of my legs hanging off the edge. No real furniture here, no lights, but I need neither. The plywood table is already laid with the pieces of my project. Styrofoam, metal rods, silicone molds, and the resin. I reach for the pitcher, searingly hot, a heat that would blister human flesh, and pour a thin layer of the blue plastic into the mold. It flows out like sludge. Like custard. Like watered-down pus. Like the blood as it flowed from my brother's veins. But that was an eternity ago. I reach one hand to the back of my head, the place where my skull is caved in. My brother took so much from me, namely the woman I loved, though I got her back in the end. I took his life from him, though he left me with a nasty reminder, the divot in my skull. A crushing blow that would have mattered if I were human. I return my fingers to the pitcher, and my focus to the art. The resin smells of burning plastic, a chemical reek that's enough to make mortal eyes water. But not mine. Toxins don't bother vampires the way they do humans. Their bodies are weak, sensitive, they're all trying to avoid cancer. If a vampire got cancer, they'd die of shock before they died of disease. I almost smile at my joke. If anyone else were here, they'd think I was clever too. I could go repeat my quip to the guy in the other room, but he wouldn't laugh. Though he sees my genius, he is terrified of it. Actually, he may be dead already. I ought to check. I set the pitcher aside. The silicone molds glimmer dully, a shiny wetness that will soon become my lower limbs. Sure, I could craft legs out of rubber or from steel, I could mold my legs with my bare hands. But resin is the only medium that speaks to me. Hard when finished and cold to the touch. Like me. I can no longer create life, only death. And these creations, while not any more alive than I am, feel more animated. It's as if I'm bleeding the sludge from my veins and molding it into something more useful. No one ever thought I was useful, definitely not my family, not in life, not in death.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?